Have you ever noticed how easy it is to feel proud of surviving difficult things and strangely uncomfortable when life becomes easier? So you work harder when things are chaotic. And you often say this also, right? That you work best under pressure. You feel more purposeful when someone needs you. You trust love more when it has been difficult to earn. You feel more deserving of success when it comes through exhaustion. And somewhere along the way, the struggle that you go through starts feeling very meaningful to you. It looks necessary, almost noble. But here's the question: what if you become used to earning everything the hard way? That ease now feels suspicious. Today, we are talking about romanticizing struggle and how we can unconsciously attach meaning, identity, and even self worth to how much we have suffered. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today's conversation is about something we often celebrate without questioning: the struggle. We admire stories of people who've worked hard endlessly, survived impossible circumstances, sacrificed everything, and eventually succeeded. And resilience deserves to be honored. We are not wrong in doing that, but sometimes we absorb other message along with it also. So if it didn't hurt, maybe it didn't count. If success came easily, perhaps we didn't earn it. If love feels calm, maybe it's not passionate enough. If work is not exhausting us, perhaps we aren't ambitious enough. If life is being too peaceful, something must be missing. That is where struggle stops being something we move through and starts becoming something we unconsciously recreate. So, today we are exploring 5 signs that you may be romanticizing struggle, and why learning to receive ease can sometimes require more emotional work than surviving hardship. Sign number 1: you only trust what you had to fight for. Think about how often we talk about achievements. I worked day and night for this. I gave my everything to this. I sacrificed so much for this. We wear struggle almost like proof that the achievement matters. But if something arrives through support, opportunity, ease, we may just question whether we deserve it. The problem is that this can create an unconscious belief, a subconscious belief. Difficulty is equal to value. But something does not have to exhaust you to be meaningful, isn't it? You are allowed to succeed without destroying yourself in the process. Sign number 2: calm relationships feel less exciting to you. So, if you're so used to emotional highs and lows, a stable relationship can initially feel very boring. There are no dramatic breakups, no chasing, no guessing where you stand, no desperate attempts to win someone's affection. And sometimes we mistake the absence of emotional turbulence for the absence of chemistry. But intensity and intimacy are not the same thing. A relationship does not need to hurt in order to be deep. Sometimes peace feels unfamiliar simply because chaos has been familiar to us. Sign number 3: you feel guilty when life gets easier. You finally have more help, you have more money, you have more time, you have more freedom, you have less pressure, and instead of enjoying every bit of this, you become uncomfortable. You start to think, I should be doing more. Other people have it harder. I don't deserve to relax yet. So you fill the space in again. another responsibility, another project, another person to rescue. It can be surprisingly difficult to allow yourself to have a life that does not require constant recovery. Sign number four, your struggle has become a part of your identity now. So maybe you've always been known as this woman who survives everything. You know, you're the strong one, the fighter, the one who manages everything. People admire you for it. And you may admire that part of yours also. But then a difficult question appears. Who am I if I'm no longer fighting something? Who am I if I'm no longer fighting something? Sometimes we hold on to struggle simply because we know exactly who we are inside. Peace requires a new identity, one where your strength is not measured by how much pain you can tolerate. And finally, sign number five, you keep creating harder paths when easier ones are readily available. You don't ask for help, you just refuse support. You do everything yourself. You choose the complicated route only because the simpler route feels like cheating to you. You may tell yourself, I'll handle it. And you probably can. But the better question is, why should you have to handle everything alone simply because you can? Being capable of carrying more does not mean that you should or you are required to carry more. Sometimes maturity is not providing how much weight you can hold, it's recognizing what you can no longer carry. So, a question worth asking today. The next time you find yourself making something unnecessarily difficult, ask yourself, if this could be easier, would I allow it to be? Notice what comes up. Would ease make you feel lazy, weak, undeserving, dependent, less impressive? Your answer may reveal where struggle has become attached to your identity. So, if today's episode resonated with you, like, comment, share it with whoever needs to hear this today. Don't forget to subscribe to the Flight to Fulfillment podcast on either Substack or YouTube or Apple or Spotify, wherever you're more comfortable, so that you don't miss out on a single dose of inspiration coming your way. And before I sign off, I want to leave you with this, that there is dignity in surviving difficult things, there is courage in rebuilding, there is strength in continuing when life gets hard. But you do not, I repeat, you do not need to keep creating hardship for yourself in order to keep proving that you are strong. You already know you can survive. So perhaps your next chapter is about discovering whether you can receive love without chasing, receive support without guilt, receive success without exhaustion, receive peace without waiting for something to go wrong. Because healing is not only learning how to cope with pain, it's also learning not to recreate the conditions that made you go through that pain. So, well, until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off for now, but also asking you to come and join us in our community, the Freedom Divas Hub, which is a community for women where women help, support, love each other, and help each other grow authentically. See you the next time. Until then, honor the woman who survived the struggle, but don't make her struggling just to prove that she still exists. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.